your video, and if you look at the camera there and say your first and last name and where you're from.
San Jose, Alaska.
All right, and we're doing 5 laps today in the Lamborghini Gallardo with Buddy. Foot on the brake, shift up once. That'll be first gear. Now, here's another helpful hint for you.
Oh, right.
Is to try to drive with your hands only on the wheel. A lot of times people will drive with their fingers out on the shifters.
Right.
And you see them driving around like this all the way around the track, and all we have to do is shift on that straightaway.
Okay.
So just on the wheel, and when I say shift up, you just reach and pull on that one.
Okay.
All right? And we are good to go. We're going to pull straight out and to the left.
All right, this helmet is not as comfortable as I thought it was.
No, and I apologize. Just Lamborghinis and Ferraris are just not made for the tall guys.
Yeah.
And we'll just go around this wall here.
Okay.
And then we'll go around the next wall, just facing straight at the track. And if you need to take your hand off the wheel just to make these tight turns, that's fine.
Okay. So you go straight right here, right?
Yeah, just kind of face this way, just so I can look down track and make sure no one's coming. Just kind of face this way. And pull up a little bit more. And I got one car coming.
Okay.
After this Ferrari here, you should be clear. We're going to do a tight turn to the left, right up between those blue cones right there. You're okay to go.
And just go?
Yep, and just go. We're going to head straight to that single green cone, straight ahead. Now shift up one. There you go. And then wait for that cone, and that's where we'll start our turn. And at the apex here, this is where you can roll on the throttle and go as fast as you want to go. Shift up. There you go. Shift up again. Now, at the orange cones right here, we're going to brake just a little bit more. Now release the brake. Just let it coast. There you go. You got your downshift. I was going to worry about that after. I just want to get your brake out of the way. And we'll go all the way to the orange cones. Don't worry about shifting. No more shifting. Now brake just a little bit. And release the brake and just let it roll from that cone to that cone. At the apex, we're going to stay to the right here and go to the orange cones here on the right. There you go. Because right on the other side is our green cone to the green cone. Just connecting the dots. Now, after we come over the hill, accelerate up to the orange cones on the left. As fast as you want to go. There you go. Now release the brake. Just let it roll from that cone to the apex. There you go. And accelerate up to the orange cones on the right-hand side of the track.
Right here.
Yep. Because that's where our next green cone is.
Okay.
Now watch this. Get close to that apex there. Drive a straight line straight to that single green cone, straight ahead.
Right.
And go out wide. And then we'll make our turn, keep turning. And at the apex, start rolling on the gas. And you go as fast as you want to go. Wait. Shift up. There you go. Now here we'll brake. A little more. One downshift. And release the brake. Just follow the stripes there at the bottom. Keep turning. There you go. Accelerate out. All the way to the orange cones. And brake. Now we're going to release the brake and let it roll, start your turn. And stay to the right for me. I got our Corvette coming up behind us. Just keep rolling, but I'm going to, as soon as he passes, follow that car. There you go, all clear. Don't drive like Rudy.
I won't.
And all the way up to the orange cones on the left, as fast as you want to go. And every straightaway, you can full throttle all the way up to those orange cones.
Okay.
And green to green. There you go. And all the way up. I want you to trust me here. Go fast to the orange cones on the right. When we get there, all we have to do is just tap the brake close to that cone. Now you can accelerate here in a straight line and then just a little brake before you turn. Okay, now just let it coast. And at this cone, roll on the throttle. Beautiful. Shift up. Now get ready on the other side for your downshift, but we're going to slow first. Brake more, one downshift, and release the brake. Let it roll. Just keep turning a little more. Beautiful. Accelerate out. All the way to the orange cones. And brake. A little more. Now release the brake. Let it roll. That's perfect braking. See, you did just a little more. That was great. Now to the right side. There you go. Now just let it coast over the hill. That's a good speed. And at the apex, as you come down, roll on the throttle to the orange cones on the left. And brake. Now release the brake. Just let it coast up to the apex. And then at the apex, we'll accelerate up to the orange cones on the right. There you go. Just a little tap of the brake, close to the apex. Now accelerate here. And a little brake brake before you turn. That's perfect. Now don't accelerate. Yeah, don't accelerate.
Sorry.
That's okay. We always want to wait for the apex before we accelerate, because it'll do that. Shift up. You're all right. And brake. A little more. One downshift. And just keep turning. Just keep turning. There you go. Accelerate out. All the way to the orange cones. And brake. Just a little more. A little more. Now release the brake. Just let it coast. Don't accelerate. Now roll on the throttle. Right side. There you go. And just let her kind of roll over the hill. And roll on the throttle up to the orange cones there on the left. And brake. A little more. Release the brake. There you go. Now accelerate right side orange cones all the way up. Just a little brake close to the apex. Now accelerate and a little brake. Now just let it roll. Just let it coast. Don't accelerate yet. Wait till we get to the apex and then roll on the throttle. Perfect. Perfect. Shift up. And brake. A little more. A little more. One downshift and release the brake. Awesome. All the way to the bottom there. Accelerate out. All the way down to the orange cones. And just a little brake. Now, I got our Corvette coming up behind us one more time. And follow the Corvette. There you go. And I'm not going to count this lap because he's caught us twice where we've had to slow down for him. So I'm going to give you one extra lap, okay?
Thanks.
So accelerate down to the orange cones on the left. Because right now you're doing great. Little brake. Now wait for that cone and then turn. Now just let it coast through. And all the way up to the orange cone on the right. That was smooth. Just a little brake. Close to the apex. Straight line, accelerate. Little brake before you turn. Now let it coast. Don't accelerate until we get around the turn here. And then roll on the throttle. Nice. Shift up. And brake. A little more. One downshift and release the brake. Perfect. Just keep that turn going. And accelerate out. Beautiful. Brake. A little more. And release the brake. And roll on the throttle. Right side. There you go. Let it coast over the hill. That's a good speed there. And then smooth on the throttle all the way up to the orange cones. And brake. Now this time we're going to drive straight across the track here between these white cones. There you go.
Right here?
Yep, right here. And to the right. Outstanding. Very
Thanks.
nice. Well, from first lap to last lap, every lap was faster and smoother. That was good. And we just accelerated a little bit too soon there.
Yeah.
And general rule is don't be turning and accelerate. Always be unwinding as you accelerate. And that happens at the apex.
Okay.
So everything else was perfect. You didn't do anything to make me hang on to nothing. That was great. You did really smooth. And if you just always look ahead, and when you get to that cone, look for the next cone. And as you approach that cone, look for the other one.
Okay.
Now we're going to go right down the middle of the tent here to the right. And we'll go straight ahead. And we'll park right next to the silver one there.
Okay.
Where all those people are standing. And you just keep getting closer to them, and eventually they move. Yeah, I wanted to give you an extra lap there just because I know the Corvette's kind of got the right of way on the track, so we have to kind of let him come by. So, and that's perfect right there.
Okay.
Now click both shifters at the same time, and
That's
then
pretty awesome.
turn the wheel all the way left. Keep on going. Perfect. All right. Would you like to say anything on the video there before I shut it off?
No, I'm fine.
You're fine? All right, you did good. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
No, you bet.